few minutes. The clock's ticking, time is passing, space between session, like the container of time, and then dropping in and feeling the energy. Space, the aliveness for this expression that's really coming up in this work today, in this moment, in this body, this vehicle, around trauma and awakening, and parenting and coming into this world in a mother's body. A mother's there to protect us from safety, to protect us from harm. The mother's nervous system is our safety. And we're growing a nervous system inside of her, but it's immature. It's not sound yet. It's still growing. It's still learning. It's mirroring her sense of safety. And then we come out into the world and we grow and we learn from her. We learn from the ways she's able to keep us safe and the way that she isn't, and the other caretakers and the other family members, and awareness of gender in this. And then, of course, these are gender roles, but the body's nervous system is there to keep us safe, because harm happens. We're vulnerable. Wounding happens. Trauma happens. I use the word trauma all the time, and probably in ways that people have a distinction of big T, little t. It doesn't matter. Wounding happens. And the nervous system is doing its job to prevent that from happening. It's biologically what we do. We don't want to hurt. We want to live. And biologically, we die. The body dies. And this comes up in awakening work and trauma work, because often it's seen as a failure when we hurt, when we have trauma. Often it's seen as haven't arrived yet, or need more work to do, to just be enough as I am. Need to get rid of this trauma, or get past this trauma, or transcend this trauma, or grow and be better. And yeah, absolutely. And we are always vulnerable. At any moment of our lives, we could get hit by a car. We could lose someone. We can lose ourselves, our bodies. This is very dualistic terms, sure. But that's intentional, because this separate nervous system in the body, its job is to protect me, my body. And it will raise hell when the body gets hurt. Maybe more quietly if the sense of separate self has subsided. Maybe the trauma doesn't get stuck as much and is less reactive. Sure. And I think I get angry around disability and health issues because I continue to get advice about healing, how to heal myself. And let me tell you, the healing has happened profoundly in my MS, in my body, and I don't want to be late for this next person, and wounding still happens, and it's not a sign of failing. Having trauma in your life is not a sign that you're regressing and coming out of awakening. It feels like there's a lot of resistance and shame to really dealing with wounding sometimes. It's nobody's fault. But this is the nervous system's life force will continue to protect us in this way. And being one with it, feeling wholeness of it as our mother in a certain way, in our real sense of the mother who held us in her womb, our nervous system mothering us in a certain way of coding us with protection. How incredible, how incredibly intelligent, how incredibly fast it can respond before we are even cognitively aware of a threat. On the street, when a car drives by, in someone's facial expression when there's a microaggression. It's amazing. And we're vulnerable. And we don't have to hold on to that or concretize that or make it shameful or heavy. But we can be fluid with it. We can love it. We can grieve with it when its job is like, yeah, something painful really did happen and I couldn't protect myself. And that's where the parenting comes in, of just holding. If you've ever seen a father just hold his sweet babe who's crying and who's hurt and who's maybe trying to separate out from that moment. It's in our nature and beyond it is in the nature to hold, because whatever is here is already here and being held and doing the holding. Okay, I have to close. There's a lot more here. On this space is passing.